Hello, welcome to Linux Videos Online. This video covers the installation of SuSE 11.1 from DVD. Before we get started, there's a couple things you need to make sure you have done. Is to download the DVD image from opensuse.org and burn that image to a DVD with a DVD burner. And then put that into the computer you're going to install and close the DVD disk and reboot the system. Installation consists of the following steps. Select the installation option, choose language and keyboard, select new installation, choose the time zone and adjust the date and time if need be, and then choose your desktop. And then in the partitioning, the default for the partitioning should be fine as long as there's no other operating system on your computer that you're wanting to save or any data that you're wanting to save. Then you'll create your user account, verify your installation choices, confirm those choices. That will be the last chance to change anything before the installation begins. And then the installation, which takes anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes depending on how fast your hardware is. And then installation is complete. So let's take a look at what your system may look like during the installation. Starting from the beginning, after you reboot your system, this should be the first screen you see. The boot from hard disk option is a timed option, and you'll need to select what you're going to do before the clock runs out. Otherwise, it'll boot from your hard drive. With your arrow keys, you'll select installation and hit enter. This will be the next screen that you see during the installation. Here you could choose the language and the keyboard layout. The default for both is English US, which is what we're going to go with for this installation. You can also read the license agreement on this screen, and when you're done, just click Next on the bottom right, the green button. From this screen, you'll choose what kind of installation you're going to do. You have choices between a new installation, an update, or repair installed system. The default will be new installation, and that's what this video covers, so we'll just go ahead and click Next on the bottom right. From this screen, you'll choose your time zone, and you can adjust the date and time if need be. There's also an option you'll see towards the bottom. It says hardware clock set to UTC. UTC is the universal time clock. You don't need to set your system to the universal time clock, although I do it with all the systems I install Linux on, because it simplifies a number of issues. I don't have to change the actual system time on the computer when it's daylight savings time. But you can leave it as the default. That would be fine as long as you put in the correct time zone and make sure the date and time is correct, and then click Next on the bottom right. In this screen, you'll choose which desktop you want to use as the default desktop for your system and which one it'll actually install. It can be GNOME or KDE. Either one is fine. Either one is pretty user-friendly, although KDE is known to run faster on older hardware. Either decision that you make, you can always install the other desktop after the installation is completed. Choose your desktop and then click Next on the bottom right. From this screen, you can choose how you want to partition your disks. If you're new to this or don't have the slightest idea what this is about, well, make sure that if you're going to leave things at the default setting, that you have nothing else on the computer that you're wanting to save. And if there's nothing else that you're wanting to save, the default should be fine. You can just click Next on the bottom right. Here you'll create your user account. You'll enter in your full name, your username, and a password. And the password should be a combination of both upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and I highly recommend that you use special characters in your password as well, such as an exclamation point or a pound sign for better security. The default options of using this password for system administrator and automatic login are perfectly fine as long as you're the only one that's going to be using this system. In this screen, you'll verify your installation choices. some of the things that you didn't, there'll be some things on this screen that you didn't choose or decide on earlier. Now would be the time to just do a quick review and make sure everything looks fine. If you don't know what something is, the defaults should be perfectly fine, and you can hit install at the bottom right and the green button. You'll get a pop-up screen to confirm to continue the installation. This is your last chance to change anything before the installation begins. If you need to change anything, hit back and make the changes you need, and then click install again. If you don't need to make any changes from this screen, just click on install and it will begin the installation process. And thus begins the installation. Time to take a break, get a cup of coffee, a glass of water, and come back within 20 to 40 minutes, depending on the speed of your hardware, and the installation will be complete. Your computer should look something like this after the installation. A usable SuSE Linux desktop. And that's all there is to it.